Right then, strap yourselves in for this one because it's going to be ruddy excellent.
You ain't so tough with that bad boy talk. I'ma get it how I'm living, I'ma walk the walk. Outline my lines, I rap through thought.
Yes, people, what's happening? Welcome back to the channel Football Therapy with me, hopefully I'm not going to wind you up. A roundup. Cucurella, of course, excellent against Italy. Ian Maatsen, what's going on there? More on Olise coming from Duncan Castles, which is great. Twomey's written an article about PSR and Chelsea sales and stuff, which we'll probably put to the end, but it sounds very interesting. Talks about Theo Hernandez. Chelsea are looking at him because we are considering him the perfect profile for Enzo Maresca's football at Chelsea. And of course, we've been linked to another $25 million South American sensation. This has been published by Fabrizio Romano. So it's so much to get into. Strap yourselves in, something for everyone. If you want to support the content, it's super simple. Simply drop a like and subscribe if you choose to subscribe, friends. Hit that. Sweet, sweet bell, baby. Oh, yeah. Cucurella versus Italy was an absolute beast, I must say. 100% accurate passes, which is incredible. By the way, he's keeping Grimaldo out of the team of Bayer Leverkusen. Granted, Grimaldo is a very offensive left wing back and Cucurella is more defensively sound. But let me just reel through these. So he got 100% pass accuracy, incredible. 3 key passes, which is mad for a defender in one game. If you some wingers, average 1.5 key passes per game. For a left back to do 3 in a game is incredible. He created 2 big chances. He had 80% successful tackles, 80% successful ground duels, of which there were many, 100% successful aerial duels, 2 passes in the final third, 6 clearances, 2 interceptions, 7 recoveries, and 0 times dispossessed. He won the most duels and he won the most tackles. It was sensational, and of course, everyone, quite rightly, is waxing lyrical about young Spanish winger Nico Williams on the left side there. But you'd have to say, Cuckoo in behind him is giving him the keys and being like, go and do your thing, bro. And of course, we've been linked to Nico Williams, and apparently we've been willing to activate the release clause with Athletic Bilbao. Of course, we reached a massive stumbling block because his wage demands are massive. I think in a way, there's a reason why, but he is managing to get paid lots already at Athletic Bilbao. Look, Barcelona won him, all the La Liga giants won him. He's incredible. It does seem very alluring because, of course, we've talked about getting a new left winger. And if Cucurella is going to stay at Chelsea and be utilised on the left, we've seen it works for Spain incredibly well. I don't know, man. But look, more than anything else, this segment of the video, early doors, is just to give Cucurella his most deserved flowers. Remember, he's only 25 as well, so it's not like he's just some washed dude. I caught some sun, man. It's looking good. Look at that. The only thing is, when you've got a wide-angle lens, it makes your head look big, which is the centerpiece of the shot, and your body looks smaller. So I almost need to be here. There you go. Fabrizio Romano tweets this: Aston Villa are expected to complete agreement on personal terms for Ian Maatsen by the end of the week. Well, that's just 2 days. We're at the weekend. Tomorrow, negotiations underway over a 6-year deal, all progressing very well after the £37.5 million fee has been agreed with Chelsea. Incroyable. I'm looking at one of the top comments here. Chelsea will get more money for Ian Maatsen than Arsenal's all-time record sale. Pure profit coming out the behind with Maatsen and Hall and possibly Breuer. And who knows, Trevoh Chalobah, possibly more on that later. But yes, all progressing swimmingly with Ian Maatsen. Let's move on because we've got a lot to get through. All right, caught offside. Citing Romano about this new youngster. Unsurprisingly, it's a young South American talent. And yes, we've been speaking about this at length, why Chelsea will continue to do this. Caught offside, Darren Looney, the crazy bugger, writes this: Chelsea are looking to bring Boca Juniors talent Aaron Anselmino to Stamford Bridge this summer as discussions continue over a deal for the 19-year-old sensation. The Argentine has been a hot prospect in South America since making his debut for the Argentina Giants in 2023. The youngster is yet to break into the Boca starting 11 regularly, as Chelsea look to get the deal done before that happens and the price rises. The Blues' interest in I hope I'm pronouncing this right, Anselmino, is genuine, reports Fabrizio Romano, with the transfer journalist stating the West London club are looking into how to compete for a deal for the centre-back. The 19-year-old has been with Boca Juniors since he was 12, so a move to Europe would be a huge step in his career. The youngster will cost Chelsea $25 million. What's that in real money? Like £18 million? I mean, it's a lot. It's a significant investment in these players, which Chelsea believe it's just worth, tempting them with big money because they feel like the value's there. Just hope these Chelsea scouts are worth their salt. Yes, the 19. Okay, we've read that. So apparently that's a release clause in his contract. I wonder if he can get under his release clause. He fits into the transfer policy, of course, Chelsea, of young, talented players. Chelsea in ongoing discussions over him. Writing in his latest column for Off-Court Offside, Romano has stated there's been no formal bid of yet, but the discussions have started. He says this, Romano says this: Chelsea's interest in Boca Juniors talent Aaron Anselmino is genuine, and the Premier League club are looking into how to complete the deal for the 19-year-old talent. Discussions are ongoing with all parties involved to understand the details of the release clause in the Argentine's contract, which is about $25 million. As previously stated, it remains seen how strong Chelsea will push for him, but he's very, very talented. He's a centre-back, which should have been stated earlier, I think. Many clubs in Europe have been monitoring him in Spain and in Italy, but Chelsea are the front runners. See, this is like one of the situations. If we spend $25 million on him, I wonder if there'll come a point where Strasbourg fans get excited, even if they're loanies, even if they're genuine signings to be at Strasbourg for 2 years and then go to Chelsea. Just having fresh, exciting talent in your club, or of course another satellite club. I'm not going to entertain for the moment that this will be a Chelsea first team signing, but who knows? We're going to keep going. We're going to jump over to Michael Olise now. Duncan Castle writes in Football Transfers this: Michael Olise's release clause at Crystal Palace is greater than previous reports indicated. Football Transfers can reveal, but it's not about to stop Chelsea from making a confident move. And of course, they want to sign him to even another deal. This is me talking, not Duncan Castle's, which we'd have to assume would make his release clause go even higher. In conjunction with the Transfers podcast, Football Transfers can reveal that Olise's release fee at Selhurst Park is over £60 million, with the Blues willing to match that sum in order to land him. Well, we've heard 60, 65, so maybe it's 65. Maybe it's more. Duncan Castle's explained what exactly is going on behind the scenes at Palace and Chelsea and how the deal is playing out. Well, finally, I want to hear this. The figure that's gone into the media is £60 million for the release clause, but I'm told it's more than £60 million. There's also been a bit of reporting that it's only accessible for Champions League clubs. I'm also told that it's not restricted to Champions League clubs. I think that's actually deliberate on Crystal Palace's part. Yeah, of course, because more suitors like Newcastle United, who've got loads... Well, I know they can't spend it at the moment, but in theory, loads of money, and they're not in Europe. You want to open the market to these guys, right? I think a key element here is that we have to pay attention to is that you're trying to sign from Crystal Palace and what you're trying to sign from Steve Parish, of course, the big dog. Parish is one of the most effective operators in the transfer market in English football. I guess so. He did well to get Olise and Eze for not much money. And Gerhi as well, He doesn't allow his players to leave easily. Well, we know that from Wilf Zaha as well. He also doesn't allow players to leave unless the circumstances suit him. When they signed this new contract with Olise, which was in August last summer, of course, it was an improved 4-year deal that came after Chelsea tried to take him on his previous release clause that summer. They failed to because they did not, I'm told, follow the correct legal procedure to activate that release clause. Yeah, Parish was able to block the move and back off and get him to sign a new contract, increase the value, and place himself in the position where if someone matches it this summer, he will get a higher fee and a very significant fee for the player. Yeah, yeah. Obviously, they really scared Chelsea off with some like threatening of legal action because it wasn't done the right way. So Chelsea went ran away, but we accidentally stumbled into a guy called Cole Palmer. So the rest is history there. Doesn't mean we still don't want Olise though. Okay. So, good chance Olise agrees a Chelsea deal. It fell apart last summer, but they are being more rigorous this time around. Quote, "We've seen in the past week it's reported that Chelsea have been granted permission to speak to the player, which is an indication that they've told Parish they will meet that release clause. Meet the release clause should the player agree to join them." Castles is a leading expert in the football transfer market. This is what he's explaining. I would see a very specific strategy on Crystal Palace's part to use Chelsea as a market maker. They are demonstrating that they are the highest, that the highest spending club in the division are prepared to meet their price, which means everyone else will have to as well. Be that Liverpool, United, Newcastle, Bayern. Exactly. Chelsea are going to pay it, so you have to pay it as well. They now know they're going to have to if Olise agrees to join Chelsea. If he agrees personal terms with them, which I think there's a good chance that he will do it. Positive music to my ears, guys. There's another factor here with his agent, who is one of these agents who doesn't have many players, is due to be banned for a 6-month period after the window ends. Interesting. So he is incentivized to get the deal through so he can make his commission. Dodgy geezer about to get banned, trying to get one last sale in. I'm not saying allegedly, but not even allegedly. He might not be dodgy. I mean, he's getting banned. He's done something wrong. Right? The quote goes on, "If Chelsea agree personal terms with Olise, then the price is established, and then it becomes a fight to match the price or better it. And Parish at least gets the release clause or gets more down the line. I think there's a good chance that this runs on for a while." Well, that in itself is a conflicting report because we've heard stuff that Chelsea want to get it done quickly. Hashtag Operation Olise. We'll see if that happens quickly. But look, the more time goes on, the more I reflect on it, the more I muse on it. I would love Michael Olise back at Chelsea. Hey, that's just me, though. Let me know what you think down in the comments, and we're going to speak about Theo Hernandez. All right, this is on HIDTC.com. Graham Bailey, who, of course, is well-informed, does work for multiple publications as a transfer journalist. Let's read. HITC understands Chelsea's summer transfer plans includes bringing a new left back. Even though we've heard the aforementioned Cucurella do really well, I wonder, I do worry for Chilwell. I don't think Chilwell's actively going to be on the market, but I do have concerns for him. One of the key elements of play that will be introduced to the new Blues head coach Enzo Maresca, of course, is the ability for their fullbacks to become inverted, which simply means they push up and are more involved in the midfield than defence. As it stands, of course, we've got Chilwell and Cucurella, but HITC is told that the club wants to upgrade on this. Indeed, they would be willing to let both players leave. Wow. I mean, I would be sad to let Chilwell go. I would accept it, but I do think maybe the injury screwed him a little bit. But he was so good, so unique. Those inverted striker runs in the final third, and he's a top boy, and he's dynamic and exciting. And he won the Champions League for us. But yeah, man, whatever. I just want Chelsea to win. So if you've got a plan, and it is a freaking plan, and you know what you're doing, follow the plan, and let's just see what happens. And maybe, I don't think many Chelsea fans would be happy to see Cucurella go at this moment, but maybe Chelsea don't like the wages they're paying him because that was before the new plan. And maybe if he's having an excellent Euro so far, and he had a good end to the season, maybe they feel like there's just a great market for him. Maybe a La Liga giant comes in for him and drops the money that we want, Let me know, would you guys be willing to sell Cucurella for a really good fee came in, bearing in mind he's one of our higher earners and Chelsea want to bring the wages down? Because I'd kind of be okay with either. Keeping him because he's playing really well, but I'd also understand. I haven't got a massive emotional connection to Cucurella, and that's no fault of his own. He's had a difficult time here at Chelsea, but I feel that we overpaid for him. I don't know. I think I'd be okay with. I'll watch the Euros more and I'll think about it a bit more. But my mind's not totally made up. But I wouldn't be super angry either way on that. Yeah, so both could be allowed to leave. Someone actually points to the fact that the left back at Chelsea suited to Maresca's system was arguably be Maatsen, but he's made it clear his future lies away in a £37.5 million pure profit sale for Maatsen, you know. I personally have reservations on his physical stature if he does have to play more at left back. That's just me though. HITC has told Chelsea have been busy looking in at the world of prospective left back options that would fit into Enzo's system. Ding ding ding! Theo Hernandez, step on down. HITC can reveal that Milan's Theo Hernandez is a player that has emerged as a player. Repetition there. That Chelsea hugely admire and internally feel he would be an ideal fit for Maresca's system. Well, you know, I also would quite like Mbappe, but does that mean we can sign him? Hernandez is hugely adept at playing as an inverted left back, which he has been doing at such a high level for Milan and France. True. Hernandez currently has 2 years left on his deal, and Milan would ideally extend his stay at San Siro. Bayern Munich are understood to be following him closely. Of course, they want to replace Alphonso Davies, who's expected to join Real Madrid at some point. However, Milan are aware of the interest that is emerging in Hernandez, but he's seen as a cornerstone of the squad, and recently the club's senior advisor, Zlatan Ibrahimovic, remember that guy, made it clear that Hernandez would be staying along with French teammate Magic Mike Maignan and Rafa Leão. I mean, probably just saying that, isn't he, Zlatan? But Theo Maignan will stay. Leão too. They are the strongest players in their roles, and they have a contract with us. They are happy. We do not need to sell Ibrahimovic. It's just so funny hearing Ibra say this stuff. Like, aren't you supposed to be pissing people off and scoring overhead kicks for PSG? Like, I know he went back to Milan, but why are you like this like sporting director of Milan now? It's just crazy. But Theo Hernandez had admitted he could leave Milan. He admitted to Gazzetta dello Sport, I'm focused on the Euros, whether I stay at Milan or not, we'll see later. I mean, that could be negotiate me a higher wage through a new contract, Milan, or it could be let's see what else is going on, you know? Aside from Hernandez, HITC can confirm Chelsea are looking at other options, but getting him will not be easy or as cheap as they believed. They value him at more than £60 million. Whoosh. Whoosh, 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 whoosh. Can I transition? Thank you. I'm going to put a pin in this article by Liam Twomey because it talks about, it was a long video already, but it talks about potential sales, including, you know, Andre Santos, interestingly, which many of you will not want to hear. But yeah, I want to leave it there. There's lots we've got into today. Theo Hernandez, other left backs that could go. Olise, etc. Let me know what you think. I'm always really keen to read your comments, so please leave them down in the comment section. Remember to like the video and subscribe. We are on the road to 200,000 subscribers. I think we're on 183,000, which you must say is very, very high. Yeah, we're over 184 now, so 16k to go. Less than 16k. Could be closer to 15k. So let's go. Let's get there. All right, friends. I'll see you back here soon. Peace.